We're recording.
Hello, I'm Paul Vnuk from Recording Magazine. Welcome to our latest video review. Today, we're taking a look at the Sennheiser MD421 Compact, a redesign of one of the most famous dynamic microphones in history. We reviewed the MD421 Compact in the October 2024 issue of Recording Magazine. The roots of Sennheiser go back to 1945, when Fritz Sennheiser founded Lab W in Wedemark, Germany, where the company is still headquartered today. The MD421 story begins in 1947 with the release of the DM2, a dynamic mic with an omni pattern. Eventually, they would flip the letters and the DM2 would evolve into the MD21 in 1953. In 1960, Sennheiser released the now classic MD421, a dynamic cardioid microphone, which would go on to become a staple of studios and stages for the past 64 years. The MD421 has undergone several changes throughout its lifespan, both visually and in its capsule assembly and connector options. Of course, a few of those changes would result in variations in the sound of the microphone over the years. Some people swear by the old cream-bodied script logo models with the original Tuchel connectors. Then again, many of us who started our recording journey in the late 1980s hold some allegiance to the all-black 421U models. The letter U denotes the use of an XLR output. The most significant change occurred in 1998 when Sennheiser released the MD421 II. The goal of the MD421 II is to make the mic more durable, serviceable, and economical to build. Changes included a metal inner chassis for better weight distribution and an improved bass roll-off control, which made the mic shorter and, according to Sennheiser, more stylish. The MD421 II body housing was now made of a polyacetal glass composite with a hardened stainless steel head basket with sealed acoustic components. This made the internal components less sensitive to dust and humidity. Now we come to the just-released MD421 Compact. It's been 26 years since the release of the MD421 II, which makes the MD421 Compact the most significant redesign of this classic mic, maybe ever. As we switch over to the new MD421 Compact, the most obvious change is the microphone size, which is roughly half the size of the MD421 II. The second notable change is in its mounting system. If I were to take a poll of most MD421 users, and ask them if they could change one thing about this beloved classic, I'm pretty sure that answer would be the slide-in locking mounting arm. How many times have you accidentally hit the locking button when positioning the mic, only to send the mic tumbling onto a drum or to the ground? Firmly in the "why didn't somebody think of this before" category, the microphone mount is now permanently attached to the body. Sonically, the MD421 Compact is designed to retain the second-generation MD421 II sound signature. Importantly, it's not replacing the MD421 II, and the two models will live happily side by side in the line. The MD421 Compact measures 4.8 inches by 1.8 inches by 1.93 inches and weighs 0.35 pounds. For reference, the MD421 II is 8.46 inches long and weighs 0.85 pounds. Its all-black stainless steel multi-layer mesh grille, black fiber reinforced injection molded plastic body, and general appearance are nearly identical to the MD421 II. On its end, the mic uses a gold-plated XLR connector. On its underside is a fixed, pivoting mic mount that measures 1.5 inches when fully extended. The threading inside the mic mount is brass rather than plastic, and one thing that I really like is that it accepts both US and European mic stand threads. No external stand adapter is necessary, which is great because I have a drawer full of these things. Another significant difference is the removal of the long-standing 5-position bass roll-off control with a new all-metal connector housing in its place. The new model is permanently set to the flat M or music position, which is where most users I know tend to leave it anyway. The new MD421 Compact is available on its own, or with a new optional redesigned MZM rim mount microphone clip. Both options come with a heavy-duty nylon drawstring pouch. The MD421 Compact has a frequency response of 30 Hz to 17 kHz, a 2.5 dB sensitivity, and a 250 ohm impedance. For reference, the sensitivity and impedance on the MD421 II are 3 dB and 200 ohms respectively. Let's take a quick look at the frequency plot of the MD421 Compact, which happens to be exactly the same as the MD421 II. Note the 8 dB presence bump centered at 4 to 5 kHz. This is arguably what separates the MD421 II from the earlier MD421. We've reviewed the Sennheiser MD421 a few times over the years. Paul Stamler first introduced the MD421 II in our November 1998 issue, despite many sources claiming that the microphone was released in 2002. 22 years later, in our October 2020 issue, I revisited the mic in a special Classic Mics Still Made Roundup. I described the MD421 II as one of the fullest sounding dynamic mics on the market, with a pronounced top-end peak that can help a source pop forward in a mix with ease. On its initial release, Paul Stamler found the brighter, almost metallic edge of the MD421 II well-suited to drums, but said that for vocals, he'd reach for the smoother, older model. In general, those sentiments should hold true with the MD421 Compact. However, despite the design team's intentions of retaining the sound between the two current models, there are a few slight differences that are more noticeable on some sources than others. I tried out the MD421 Compact alongside my 1980s vintage MD421 U5 and my 4-year-old MD421 II on a number of sources, and the MD421 Compact retains much of the 421 familial sound, especially in the lows and the low mids. This makes the new model every bit as wonderful on a bass cabinet as its predecessors. Let's check out some examples played by my friend and bass player Jerry Bakash. I could use all three models interchangeably on a bass cabinet. However, where I do hear some sonic variance is in the upper mid-range of the new mic. I feel like the MD421 II has a bit more of an upper mid push, while the MD421 Compact sounds a touch more seated in the upper mid-range and perhaps a tad richer as a result. I also found the MD421 Compact, while not necessarily brighter, it is somehow the most open-sounding of the three models. It's hard to describe, but it somehow makes sense when you hear it. Let's take a listen to all three mics on an obvious example, a tambourine. Here are a few more examples of all three mics on a guitar cabinet, played by our associate editor, Alex Hawley. For most of this video now, I've been talking into the MD421 Compact. Let's see how it compares on spoken word to the other two models. This is the Sennheiser MD421 Compact, about 1 inch from the grill. This is the Sennheiser MD421 II, about 1 inch from the grill. This is the Sennheiser MD421 U5, about 1 inch from the grill. And here we are back on the Sennheiser MD421 Compact. As you can hear, it's got a very, very, very nice proximity effect as you get up close on the mic, and it's got a very, very good off-axis rejection as well. Now you might be asking, hey, Paul, you've got this cream-colored 1960s MD421 script model behind you. Why aren't you talking into that? Well, the sad reality is we can't find the adapter cable to go from the old Tuchel connector to XLR, so sorry. Overall, the MD421 is a big, full, meaty-sounding dynamic mic balanced with a nice, well-placed clarity. Of course it sounds great on drums, especially toms, where the 421 has pretty much dominated that use for the past 60-plus years. And now, thanks to its size, the attached mount, and its feather-light weight, it's the easiest MD421 microphone to position, place, and angle on drums ever. Basically, I don't know if I'm ever going to use either of my older MD421 models on toms again. One thing to note, when using the rim mount, is that on some drums, especially vintage models, rattles and stray resonances can travel through the rim mount to the microphone, so it may be better to use a mic stand. Note that this is the case with most similarly styled clip-based rim mounts. It really depends on the drum. To hear how the MD421 Compact sounds on a drum kit, Sennheiser was kind enough to send me 6 microphones to position on the kit of drummer Dave Shepke, recorded at Hamtone Audio in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We placed one mic just outside the sound hole of the kick. Another was placed 3 inches off the head of the snare, and then 3 inches off of each tom. We placed a 5th 421 Compact 36 inches above the kit as a single overhead. And for the 6th mic, we placed that as a room mic 48 inches in front of the kit, just above the kick drum. Let's take a listen to each drum on its own. Now, we're going to have Dave play the whole kit, and we're going to cycle through the mics so you can hear how the overhead sounds, as well as the room mic, and how each mic responds to bleed. Sennheiser calls the new MD421 Compact the versatile mic for anything. So we decided to see if we could use it as the only mic on a traditional classic rock-style jam. For this, we enlisted the help of producer and musician Jeff Hamilton, who joined Dave on bass, electric and acoustic guitars, and some impromptu vocals. Let's listen to that one more time, and I'll solo some of the tracks. I want to thank Dave and Jeff for jamming for us, and Jeff for the use of his studio, as well as Hamtone's intern, Webby, who set up all of the mics and ran Pro Tools for us. I hope you enjoyed this look at the new Sennheiser MD421 Compact. Like most classic dynamic mics, there really is no source that you can't try the Sennheiser MD421 Compact on, especially when you want a bold, full sonic capture. I think Sennheiser has a real winner on its hands with the new MD421 Compact, if for no other reason than it's taken a well-loved, modern classic, tom, kick drum, bass cabinet, vocal, and brass microphone and made it smaller, lighter, and easier to use. While there may be some slight sonic variations between it and some of the previous incarnations, make no mistake, this is still an MD421 in every way, shape, and form. And, perhaps like me, it might be your favorite iteration yet. If you'd like to learn more about the Sennheiser MD421 Compact, be sure to stop by Sennheiser.com for more. You can also read about more of my thoughts and experiences with the MD421 Compact in my review in the October 2024 issue of Recording Magazine. If you liked this video review, be sure to give us the thumbs up below, and better yet, subscribe to Recording's YouTube page for more video reviews, product comparisons, how-to videos, and more. Then stop by recordingmag.com for the best in all things recording, where you can subscribe to our print publication, which is now in its 38th year. We'll see you soon.